So the ones who are trying to join in but are not able to, we also have gone live on YouTube. So you guys can simply go to our YouTube handle and simply get the access from there. So YouTube handle अगर आप Upsurge.club लिखोगे तो you'll get the access. So any of your friends who are not able to join in, please do the needful. I'll put across the link. You or anybody of you can put across the link. That would be really helpful. Please do that for me. कोई YouTube का link हमारा platform पर डाल दीजिए. All right, so let's get started without wasting much time. And I'll not entertain coming in, coming out from now onwards. Let's just get going. So first thing first, what I'm going to do is in today's session, we'll understand the basics of NPV, IRR, and how payback period or discounted payback period works. All right. Once we do that, we'll move forward and apply things to a real life company or a practical company. So say for example, today what I'll do is I'll simply take up a machinery, and that machinery to purchase that machinery, say for example, I'm shelling out 1 lakh rupee, 10 lakh rupee, or whatever XYZ amount that is. All right. So I'm doing that. Now, given that, I'm shelling out that kind of money, I need to see what kind of money is coming in return. All right. And once we do that, we need to make a comparison in terms of what is going out and what is coming in. So the amount that is coming in should be greater than the amount that is going out. That is how it should work, right? That is what our common sense is. That as businessmen, what we need to think here is, जो मैं पैसा डाल रहा हूँ वो कम होना चाहिए और वर्सेस जो पैसा आ रहा है वो ज्यादा होना चाहिए. Or the amount that I'm receiving should be higher and the amount that I'm paying should be on the lower side. All right, this is how things should work around. So that exactly what my entire concept or entire understanding of today, will be discussed. So वही चीज हम करने वाले. So first thing first, let's come to this sheet of NPV IRR. All right, let's come to this sheet of NPV IRR and see how things work around. So you guys also, make sure that you're doing it with me. All right. And in case of doubts, you can simply use the chat box and let me know what your doubts are. All right. So the first thing that this particular sheet is asking us is, say, for example, let's jump to this example. This example involves the decision to purchase a new machine. All right. A decision to purchase a new machine to replace an old one. Upsurge.club needs to purchase a new machine and has a choice between two machines that will provide the same function. All right. So we have machine A, machine B. And from these two machines, all right, so we have two machines here. All right, there's machine A, all right, and there's machine B. So when I talk about machine A, what is there in machine A? The amount that I'm paying is 1 lakh rupee. All right, so मेरा आज पैसा कितना जा रहा है? 1 लाख रुपया जा रहा है. And in the case of machine B, I'm paying 75,000 rupees. All right. So these are two machines which are going to perform some identical functions for me. I am looking out for a machine. And given that, resources are always scarce, we cannot really buy everything that is possible. So what we need to do here is make choices. All right, this is something that basic economics tells us, that every time resources are scarce and we need to make choices out of the limited resources that we have. So on those lines, 1 lakh rupee is what my machine A is asking me, and 75,000 is what my machine B is asking from me. All right. When I invest that 1 lakh rupee in machine A, what I'm getting in return is 25,000 rupee at the end of year one, 25,000 rupee at the end of year two, 25,000 rupee at the end of year three, 25,000 at the end of year four, and likewise 25,000 at the end of year five. All right. And when I do that investment of 75,000 in machine B, what do I get? I invested 75,000 today and I get 20,000 at the end of year one, 20,000 at the end of year two, 20,000 at the end of year three, 20,000 at the end of year four, and likewise 20,000 at the end of year five. All right. So these are the two investments and these are the two cash inflows and outflows that I will be receiving or shelling out when I'm investing in these two machines. Now, I need you to answer, from the face of it. I do not want you to do any calculations. I do not really want you to, press numbers in the Excel sheet or have a calculator in hand or use your mobile phones. I simply want you to use your common sense and tell me which machine is more profitable. All right, simply use your common sense and tell me which machine is more profitable in the chat box. What do you think? All right, what do you think which machine is more profitable? Machine A or machine B? All right, I'm receiving mixed answers. A, B, A, B, A, B. All right, all right, all right, all right. डू नॉट सेंड मी मैसेजेस डायरेक्टली, एवरीवन करके भेजो सानिया। यस, ऑलराइट। सो वी आर रिसीविंग मिक्स्ड आंसर्स। ऑलराइट, हम लोग मिक्स्ड आंसर्स रिसीव कर रहे हैं। हेमंत कह रहा है कोई भी नहीं मशीन अच्छी। राहुल इज सेइंग दैट मशीन बी इज बेटर। ओके, बोथ आर सेम। सोनू इज सेइंग बोथ आर सेम। दिशा इज सेइंग मशीन ए इज बेटर। ऑलराइट, सो क्वाइट, so Ravi has come out to be the smarter one. He has said that कि नहीं ऐसे नहीं figure out कर सकते, we need to figure out the net present value and then come and then jump to a conclusion. All right, now see what we need to do here is to figure out which machine is better for my company. I need to figure out the net present value. All right, now ठीक है, आंसर्स रोकते हैं एक बार। सो नेट प्रेजेंट वैल्यू होता गया, देखो हम लोग को नेट प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालने के लिए सबसे पहले एक इनपुट चाहिए रहता है, वो इनपुट को डिस्कस करते हैं, देन विल फिगर आउट व्हाट नेट प्रेजेंट वैल्यू इज एंड देन विल डू द कैलकुलेशन पार्ट ऑफ इट। सो वी नीड टू फिगर आउट कि जो 1 लाख रुपए अगर मैं इस मशीन में नहीं इन्वेस्ट करता, ऑलराइट, ये जो 1 लाख रुपए अगर मैं इस मशीन में नहीं इन्वेस्ट करता तो क्या होता। तो इस मशीन, अगर ये मशीन में 1 लाख रुपए नहीं जा रहे थे तो मैं 10% पे कमा सकता था। ऑलराइट, मैं इस पे 10% रिटर्न कमा सकता था। दिस इज अ रिटर्न दैट आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट 10% तो मैं कमा सकता था। ऑलराइट, जनरली दिस इज व्हाट द इंटरेस्ट इनकम दैट यू कैन अर्न इन इंडिया। ऑलराइट, अगर आप ढंग के इन्वेस्टमेंट्स करोगे या फिर मार्केट्स में डालोगे, कहीं पे डालोगे, तो 10% is something that you can earn is what I am assuming. All right, इस पे हम will not fight over this that whether it should be 8%, 10%, 12%, 14%, because this is just an assumption. All right, so what I'm assuming here is if I would not have invested this 1 lakh rupee in the machinery, what I would have done here is I would have invested this somewhere which would have yielded me 10% rate of return. So this is something that I would have done. ये मेरे को बहुत important है. All right, now the most important thing whenever we figure out these kind of decisions is we need to know about the timelines and we need to understand what timelines are. सबसे पहले मुझे बताओ 1 लाख रुपए कब जा रहे हैं, आज जा रहे, कल जा रहे, परसों जा रहे। when am I investing this 1 lakh rupee? Am I investing it today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow? कब? ठीक है, एवरीबडी अग्री, सब लोग चैट बॉक्स पे लिखो ये आंसर कब। when are we investing this 1 lakh rupee? Today or tomorrow? Okay, today. All right, everybody thumbs up, सबने 1 लाख लिख दिया है, mind blowing. All right, that is super great. Now tell me, ये 20 पहला 25,000 कब मैं रिसीव कर रहा हूँ, टुडे और आफ्टर ईयर 1? टुडे और एट द एंड ऑफ ईयर 1? ऑलराइट, ठीक है, ऑलराइट, वेल डन, आफ्टर ईयर 1, ओके, वेरी गुड। नाउ टेल मी, ये 25,000 मैं जो ईयर 1 पे रिसीव कर रहा हूँ, अभी मैं सेकंड ईयर, थर्ड ईयर, फोर्थ ईयर की बात ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ, जो ईयर 1 के एंड में मैं 25,000 रिसीव कर रहा हूँ, उसकी आज कितनी वैल्यू होगी? 25 से कम होगी या ज्यादा होगी? The 25,000 rupee which I'm earning tomorrow, or say for example 1 year later, what will be the value of this 25,000 rupee in today's term? Will it be more or less? It will be less. All right, kitni less? Kitni less? Okay, so Ravi knows it. All right, Ravi को तो इतना आता है कि वो शायद मेरी जगह भी बैठ के पढ़ा सकता है. Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, so it should be less. All right, great. अब कितनी लेस होनी है वो कैसे निकालते देखो, एवरीवन प्लीज डू इट इन योर एक्सेल शीट्स विथ मी। सो दिस 25,000, देखो कभी भी कोई वैल्यू को कम करना होता है, ऑलराइट, सो वी डिवाइड। ऑलराइट, व्हेनेवर वी टॉक अबाउट टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी, दिस एंटायर कॉन्सेप्ट इज ऑफ टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी। ऑलराइट, सो व्हेनेवर वी टॉक अबाउट टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी एंड वी नीड टू reduce the value or we need to take the number behind, so what really we need to do here is we need to divide। और कभी भी नंबर को आगे लेके जाना होता है, ऑलराइट, 0 टाइम पीरियड पे आप खड़े हो, आपको 4th ईयर 5th ईयर तक लेके जाना है, सो यू मल्टीप्लाई। बट यहाँ पे मैं टाइम पीरियड 1 पे खड़ा हूँ एंड आई नीड टू ब्रिंग इट बैक टू टाइम पीरियड 0, सो इट्स प्रीटी सिंपल। 25,000 डिवाइड बाय 1 plus what is the discount rate? The discount rate is 10%, so 1 plus 10% to the power 1। Alright, to the power 1. Why am I doing to the power 1? Because मैं एक ही बार डिस्काउंट कर रहा हूँ। Why am I doing to the power 1? Because मैं एक ही बार डिस्काउंट कर रहा हूँ। Alright, so आप एंटर मारोगे तो you'll get this answer। तो 22,727 आ रहा है। इसका मतलब क्या है कि ईयर 1 के एंड में जो वैल्यू होने वाली थी 25,000 की, आज के टर्म्स में उसकी वैल्यू कितनी है? इट्स ओनली 22,727। दैट्स इट। Alright, the value is lesser, it should have been lesser, it is lesser, and it is lesser to 22,727। All right, so what I did here was, again I'm opening the cell, I'm hoping that all of you do it along with me। That is why it is a workshop and not a session। Session रहता तो मैं अकेले बोलता, आप लोग कुछ नहीं करते, but since we are calling it a workshop, let's simultaneously work around the sheet। I'll do it from my end, you do it from your end। ठीक है, सब लोग ये शीट को डाउनलोड करके करना, ठीक है, गूगल फॉर्म में करने मत लग जाना, डाउनलोड करके करना है काम, है ना। ऑलराइट, सो एवरीबडी प्लीज रेफर टू दिस. हो जाए तो मेरे को बताना, हो जाए तो एक बार चैट बॉक्स पे डाल लिखना, फिर अपने मूव करेंगे आगे. सो दोज हु डू नॉट हैव द शीट, अरब ने आई थिंक वापस सेंड किया चैट बॉक्स पे. और हो जाए तो डाल लिखना. किसी का बाकी है तो मेरे को बोलो कि नहीं समझ में आया या वॉट एवर इट इज, और रेज योर हैंड सिंपली. वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट विद दैट. Anyone who did not understand. Okay, I'm receiving a lot of duns. All right, Sweksha, can I please? Okay, so Sweksha, the idea is pretty simple here. There's a positive cash flow that I'm going to receive at the end of year one. The cash flow is 25,000, and that cash flow that I'm going to receive at the end of year one, I want to figure out what would be the value of this cash flow in today's term. ठीक है, एक साल बाद तो 25,000 की वैल्यू है. आज के टर्म्स में क्या वैल्यू है इसकी? ऑलराइट, so you simply need to divide it. ऑलराइट, you simply need to divide it by what? By the discount rate. So देखो, आप देख पा रहे हो 25,000 डिवाइड बाय 1 प्लस 10% टू द पावर 1. Why to the power 1? Because एक ही ईयर के लिए डिस्काउंट करना है. ऑलराइट, so that is the idea. ऑलराइट, डन स्वेक्षा? ऑलराइट, great. What is the discount rate? The discount rate is 10%. ठीक है, discount rate is 10%. As I discussed before, it is basically the rate at which you can expect your money to grow. Alright, नहीं, discount rate मैंने assume किया. कैसे आती है ये? उसमें inflation का भी component होता है, उसमें और भी चीजें component होती है. I'm not going there. Alright, this 10% is a mix of multiple things. It's a mix of risk-free rate, inflation, risk premiums, there are a lot of things. Alright, I'm not going there. You simply have to assume that there's a rate of 10% right now. Alright, inflation being a part of it. Yes, inflation risk, all those things are a part of it. Alright. Now somebody tell me, ये जो सेकेंड ईयर पे मैं 25,000 रिसीव कर रहा हूँ, ये जो सेकेंड ईयर पे मैं 25,000 रिसीव कर रहा हूँ, इसको मैं कितनी बार डिस्काउंट करूंगा? 1 टाइम और 2 टाइम टू ब्रिंग इट एट टाइम पीरियड 0? हाउ मेनी टाइम्स विल आई डिस्काउंट दिस? Once or twice? All right, so I'll be discounting it twice. Pretty clear that the 25,000 that I'm receiving 2 years down the line, I'll be discounting it twice. All right, the idea is pretty simple and clear. So let's do that. All right, कैसे करेंगे इसको? Is equal to 25,000 divided by 1 plus 10% to the power 2. To the power 2. All right. किसी को भी सेल का रेफरेंस देखना तो you can see it from here or you can see it from here. All right, there are two places. Either this place or this place. Pretty simple. जिनको आ गया, they can do it for the third year's cash flow, fourth year's cash flow, fifth year's cash flow, and so on and so on. All right, you can finish this particular column. All right, सब लोग कर लो ये. सब लोग कर लो ये. Okay, I'm doing it for the next few years. So is equal to 25,000 divided by 1 plus 10%. The interest rate is constant. All right, to the power 3. Likewise, 25,000 divided by 1 plus 10% to the power 4. Likewise, 25,000 divided by 1 plus 10% to the power 5. All right. So these are the cash flows that we need to discount it and bring it back to time period 0. All right. सबका ये हो गया. ये पांचों ईयर के सबके हो गए. वो लोग एक बार चैट बॉक्स पे मेरे को बता दो so that we can move forward. किसी का बाकी है तो I'll wait. Otherwise, I think we are through with it. All right. Okay. दो लोगों का हुआ, I think. So the the ones who are doing it, please finish it. Which year's formula do you want to see, Vihan? This year? All right. It's pretty simple. Whatever the cash flow is, say for example 25,000, you divide it by 1 plus the discount rate to the power whatever number of years for which you need to discount. Everybody done with it? All right, so I'm pretty sure we all have done it. All right, now see, what we need to understand here is that these are the cash flows that you're receiving. All right, the ones that I have highlighted are the cash flows that you are receiving. All right, ये पैसा आ रहा है आपके पास और गया कितना था? Everyone गया कितना था? These 5 discounted cash flows which I have highlighted are the ones that you are receiving. But at the beginning of the year, how much money did you invest? You invested 1 lakh. All right, you invested 1 lakh. You're right, Ajay. You're right, Zishan. So you invested 1 lakh. And this is what you're receiving. Let's see how much did you actually receive in total. So sum of all these numbers. All right, so sum of all these numbers is what you have received. All right, this is what you have received. So you have received 94,770. All right, but how much did you pay? 1 lakh. So you're receiving 94,770. All right, you're receiving 94,770, but how much are you paying? You're paying 1 lakh. Is it a good deal? All right, is it a good deal? एकदम नॉर्मल कॉमन सेंस लगाने. Is it a good deal? ठीक है, सबको ना लग रहा है, जिसको हाँ लग रहा है वो हाँ भी बता दे, अपने डिस्कस करते हैं क्यों हाँ लग रहा है और फिर थोड़ा सा कॉमन सेंस डालते हैं. Yes, Akshat, please go ahead with your query on the chat box itself. All right. So everybody feels that, this is not a very good deal. All right. Because your 1 lakh is going out and you're receiving 94,770. So this should not be the case. Generally, the money that you're receiving should be greater than the money that you are investing. All right. This is the general norm. This is, a global norm that everybody follows. This is a rule of profit loss. This is a rule of valuations. This is a rule of accounting. This is ticket to Akshat. Why? So Akshat has one very interesting question, that why we did not apply the formula of 10% on the invested amount of 1 lakh. The reason is simple. Akshat, see, this is the timeline. ठीक है, 1 लाख आपने टाइम पीरियड 0 पे इन्वेस्ट किया, 1 लाख 25,000 यहाँ पे आया, 25 यहाँ आया, 25 यहाँ आया, 25 यहाँ आया, 25 यहाँ आया. ऑलराइट, वी आर ब्रिंगिंग ऑल दीस 25,000 कैश फ्लोज टू टाइम पीरियड 0. ऑलराइट, डिस्काउंट कर करके, फॉर्मूला लगा लगा के. But that 1 lakh was already standing at time period 0. So you need not do anything with that. All right. Ajay, does that make sense? Sorry, Akshat, does that make sense? So the idea is pretty simple. जो कैश फ्लो जितना दूर है ना 0 से, उतनी बार उसको डिस्काउंट करेंगे. तो पहला 25,000 एक बार दूर था, तो एक बार डिस्काउंट किया. All right. So likewise, second 25,000 2 साल दूर था, तो we discounted twice. But जो पहला 1 लाख रुपए इन्वेस्ट हो रहा है, that is not far away. All right, it is right there at time period 0. So we did not, really do that. All right, so I'm hoping everybody must have understood this. All right, great. Okay. Now, by how much this deal is not worth it, let's see हम लोग loss कितना करेंगे इसमें. So I'll simply add these two numbers. 1 लाख गया, 94,770 आया. So it is a loss of 5230.33 if you enter this deal, which is not a good sign. All right, this is a loss of 5230.33, which is not a great sign, and you should not be going ahead with this deal. All right. So जिसने भी machine A लिखा था starting में, I'm hoping you guys must have understood why machine A does not make sense. All right, why machine A does not make sense, and we should not be going ahead with that. All right, I'm hoping this is pretty much clear. All right, now let's do the same thing, the same discounting that we did for machine A. Let's do it for machine B as well. So the idea is pretty simple. Whatever cash flows are there at time period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, they do not really, we cannot directly compare what we are outlaying with those cash flows. So we need to discount them and, bring things into perspective and bring everything at one particular point in timeline so that, we can make that comparison. So what we need to do here is use this 25,000 divided by 1 plus 10% to the power 1. To the power 1. All right, to the power 1. Now see, I'll do one very interesting thing here. ठीक है, ये लोग आप सब लोग समझ जाओ. ठीक है, इसमें देखो इस फॉर्मूला में क्या क्या चीजें मूव कर रही है. C16 है, ठीक है, 1 plus 10% है और 1 है. ऑलराइट, तो देखो वेरिएबल क्या रहेगा, 20 ये वेरिएबल है. आने वाले साल में हमने सबके लिए लिखा हुआ है. टाइम भी मेरा एक बार डिस्काउंट हो रहा है, अभी वाला कैश फ्लो, अगले साल वाला 2 बार हो रहा है, उसके अगले वाला 3 बार हो रहा है, उसके अगले वाला 4 बार हो रहा है, उसके अगले वाला 5 बार हो रहा है. पर एक कांस्टेंट चीज क्या है, ये आपका 10% कांस्टेंट है. तो जो भी चीज आपकी कांस्टेंट रहती है ना, उसमें आप क्या किया करो, डॉलर लगा दिया करो. ऑलराइट, आई विल टेल यू व्हाट एग्जैक्टली दिस डॉलर साइन means, but what you need to understand here is that whatever is a constant number or constant plug-in in your this thing formula. You apply a dollar sign so that things get fixated. So let's apply this, and what we need to simply do is we need to drag this number. All right, we need to drag this number and we'll get our answer. We need to drag this number and we'll get our answer. All right, if fixed constraint कर दिया, आप देख पा रहे हो, you've gotten all the numbers here. All right. Now what we need to see here is how much money did I really make in terms of inflows. So sum of all these numbers. Sum of all these numbers turns out to be 75,816. All right. Kitna one minus 75 plus 75,816. So that is 816. You're doing a good job here. All right. You're doing a pretty good job here. So जिसको ये समझ नहीं आया, let me know. I'll help you out again. But dollar sign लगा के करोगे तो देखो कितना fast हो गया चीजें. All right. I simply have applied the very same formula, just that the interest rate is going to be fixated. And since the interest rate is going to be fixated, I've applied a dollar sign. And the moment I applied the dollar sign, what happened here was I could simply drag this number. All right. So this is how it has worked out. किसी को नहीं समझ में आया तो let me know. कोई पूछ रहा है डॉलर साइन कीबोर्ड में कहाँ मिलेगा. आई थिंक इन माय कीबोर्ड इट इज अबव 4 नंबर. तो आप मेरे कीबोर्ड में आपको भी देखना रहेगा कहाँ पे. Figure it out where it is. Okay. Alright, so this is how it will work out, and this is how you'll get your final numbers. All right. Dollar function not working. Hemant, see, wait, I'll open the cell again. It's pretty simple. C6 is my cash flow. C16 is my cash flow. That is 20,000 divided by 1 plus whatever the rate is. The rate is 10% and to the power 1. Why to the power 1? Because you are doing it, you are discounting it for 1 year. K13 is your interest rate, and for that is the reason why you're applying the dollar sign there. How you use the formula in other cells. So Srishti, the good part about this is कि मुझे दूसरे cells में formula use ही नहीं करना पड़ा. और I simply could drag this. और drag किया तो automatically formula apply हो गया. This is the beauty of Excel. So see, you can see here ये formula open कर रहा हूँ. So what has happened here is 20,000 divided by 1 plus K13. K13 is nothing but your interest rate to the power 3. Alright. चलो वापस कर लेते एक बार. Is equal to 20,000 divided by 1 plus, generally what we do, 1 plus 10% to the power 1. Alright, this is what we do generally. अब देखो ये सेल में क्या क्या चीजें वेरी कर रही है और क्या क्या चीजें कांस्टेंट है. तो देखो आपका ये जो ऊपर वाला कैश फ्लो है C16, ये वेरी कर रहा है. C16, C17, C18, C19, C20. ऑलराइट, नॉट C बट C16 है तो D16, E16, F16 और G16 ऐसे करके मूव कर रहा है. टू द पावर 1, टू द पावर 2, टू द पावर 3, वो भी हमारा साथ साथ में मूव कर रहा है ऊपर. खाली ये जो इंटरेस्ट रेट है K13, ये सेल हमेशा कांस्टेंट रह रहा है. ऑलराइट, 2020 2020 भी मूव कर रहा है, 1 2 3 4 5 भी मूव कर रहा है. खाली ये जो 10% है, दिस इज रिमेनिंग कांस्टेंट. एंड द रीजन व्हाई दिस इज रिमेनिंग कांस्टेंट, व्हाट वी नीड टू डू इज वी नीड टू अप्लाई द डॉलर साइन हियर. ऑलराइट, वी नीड टू अप्लाई द डॉलर साइन. जैसे हमने डॉलर साइन अप्लाई किया, वी कैन सिंपली drag this number ahead. Alright, we can simply drag this number ahead. This is how simple it is. Srishti, did you understand? Srishti, Hemant. Alright, सब में डॉलर का साइन अलग अलग जगह पे होगा. मेरे में लेटर्स के ऊपर है, ठीक है. और किसी किसी में फंक्शन के साथ होगा. तो प्लीज फिगर आउट इन योर ओन लैपटॉप वेयर इट इज एग्जैक्टली. ऑलराइट, and once you have done this, you'll figure out that the amount of cash inflows that you're receiving is 75,816, and the amount of cash outflow is 75,000. And all these cash flows are standing at what time period? They're standing at time period 0. And since they're standing at time period 0, you need to understand that now you can make a comparison, a like for like comparison. You can compare the apples with apples and oranges with oranges, because everything is standing at time period 0 now. And since everything is standing at time period 0, what you need to understand is कि आपका सिर्फ 75,000 जा रहा है, 75,000 is going out, but 75,816 is coming in. So net you're making a profit of 816 rupees. Alright. कोई भी कैश फ्लो नेगेटिव क्यों है? बिकॉज पैसा जा रहा है ना सोनू. इट्स दैट सिंपल. When the money is going out, the cash flow is negative, and when it is coming in, it is positive. Alright. So ये cash flows हमारे आने वाले थे और वो हमारे जाने वाले थे. Alright. Great. Now let's figure this number out. 816. इसको आप निकाल के रख लो. You'll get the answer. You'll get the answer. All right, great. Okay, great. अब देखो हमने इतना सारा काम किया ना इसमें to figure out the NPV. The good part in Excel is NPV as a function you already have it. All right, so इतना सारा मेहनत नहीं करना पड़ता है. एक generally NPV का function आप use कर सकते हो. So just a second. Yes. लिखो आप यहाँ पे NPV. ठीक है, you'll see the function of NPV. वो क्या पूछ रहा है आपको? पहली चीज रेट पूछ रहा है. तो रेट कितनी है अपनी? 10%. कॉमा क्या पूछ रहा है? वैल्यूज. तो वैल्यूज आर 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. ऑलराइट, यू डिड नॉट इंक्लूड दैट 1 लाख क्योंकि उसको डिस्काउंट नहीं करना है 10% हमको. ऑलराइट, यहाँ पे हमने एनपीवी में रेट डाला है फंक्शन में, तो वी नीड टू ओनली हैव दोस कैश फ्लोज व्हिच वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्काउंट इट. ऑलराइट, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 times, whatever it is. So we'll need to have only those cash flows. Alright, so you need, I had those. इसका ब्रैकेट अपन ने क्लोज कर दिया. एनपीवी आ गया प्लस we need to have the cash outflow. Plus we need to have the cash outflow. You'll get the answer. Alright, you'll get the same answer as this. I've already explained what company discount rate is. Alright, please, everyone, make sure that you are, listening to other people's doubts as well. Discount rate, मैंने assume किया 10% for now. Alright, it can vary, and the actual discount rate calculation is something that we'll be understanding in the upcoming session. So it is not something that you can understand right away. Now you need to understand the concept of NPV first, and then later on you'll be able to understand कि exactly rate कैसे निकालते हैं, वो inflation को कैसे consider करते हैं, risk premium को कैसे consider करते हैं, risk rate को कैसे consider करते हैं. Alright, I'll open this formula again जिसको भी वापस देखना है. So NPV का एक direct formula हमारे पास Excel में है. We can simply apply this and apply it in your sheets and make sure that you get a hang of it. All right, I'm hoping everybody has done this. All right, सबका हो गया. ठीक है, great. चलो, let's move forward. सब लोग यहाँ पे मशीन बी में भी सेम फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करो. एनपीवी का फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करना है. रेट पूछ रही है पहली चीज, तो रेट 10%. वेट, एनपीवी rate is 10%, comma the values are 20,000. all right, you simply need to press enter. प्लस क्या करना है आपको? जो आपका कैश आउटले है वो 75,000. we'll get the final NPV here. we'll get the final NPV. all right, done everyone? हो गया ये? all right, किसी का बाकी है तो बताओ. Anybody who did not understand this or did not get this? All right, anyone? All right, great. All right, now since NPV as a concept is something that we have understood very well. Now ये interest rate अपने को 10% assume थी, using that we calculated the NPV. Now this, it's fine. सोनू, it's fine. वो difference नहीं है. वो आप इसको open करोगे तो दिख जाएगा आपको. There's no difference. All it was, आप decimal places और ज़्यादा देखोगे तो you'll get the right answer. So there's no such problem. Okay, now the next thing that we need to understand is the concept of IRR. A very interesting concept of IRR. So what really we need to understand here is कि ये जो line है ना NPV का, ये जो line है आपकी, You are investing 1 lakh, you are investing 1 lakh at time period 0 and you are receiving 25, 25, 25, 25 for 5 years. Alright, क्या हो रहा है? आप 1 लाख दे रहे हो और 25,000 आपको रिसीव हो रहा है. तो ये जो पूरा आपने अरेंजमेंट किया है, ऑलराइट, द एंटायर अरेंजमेंट वेयर यू आर पेइंग 1 lakh and receiving 25,000 every year for the next 5 years. Alright. In this entire arrangement, what is that interest rate that you're earning from this project? अगर वो निकालना है, तो what do? We calculate the IRR. Alright. Again, let's understand the concept of IRR very practically. Alright, the idea is pretty simple. I am paying 1 lakh today. I am receiving 25,000 for the next 5 years. All right. Now, in this entire arrangement of paying 1 lakh and receiving 25,000 for 5 years, what is the interest rate that I'm actually earning is something that I wish to calculate. And how do we do that? We do that using the formula IRR, and IRR is nothing but the internal rate of return. All right. Chirag, NPV and IRR are different concepts. All right. NPV and IRR are different concepts. आपका नेगेटिव एनपीवी है, नेगेटिव इंटरेस्ट रेट्स नहीं है. यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड योर दैट आप 1 लाख रुपए डाल रहे हो लेकिन आपको 1,25 रिसीव हो रहा है. ऑलराइट, 1,25,000 रिसीव हो रहा है. 25,000 into 5, 125 you're receiving and you're investing 1 lakh. So at the end of the day, you are definitely earning something positive return. All right, but it is not positive enough to make sure that your NPV comes out to be positive. NPV is a different concept. Interest rates are a different concept. You have mixed both of them. So yeah. All right. So let's calculate the IRR. All right. IRR calculate करेंगे ना चिराग, so it will make it more clearer to you. So let's do that. Is equal to IRR. All right. They're asking for us. They're asking us for the values. So values क्या है हमारे पास? 1 lakh till 25,000. यहाँ पे सारी वैल्यूज जाननी है. यहाँ पे हमको जो हमारा कैश आउटले भी है वो भी डालना है, क्योंकि IRR यही तो बताता है कि जितना गया पैसा सामने कितना आया. So what in this entire arrangement of Gaya Aya, how much are we actually making in terms of percentages? So it turns out to be 7.9%. So that is the reason why Chirag your NPV was negative, because हमने NPV निकाला था 10% के हिसाब से, लेकिन अगर हम 7.9% के हिसाब से निकालते तो NPV 0 आ जाता. ठीक है, अगर 7.9% से कम की इंटरेस्ट रेट लेते तो NPV पॉजिटिव आ जाता. तो वो रिलेशन होता है NPV IRR का. बट फॉर नाउ व्हाट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इज दैट 1 lakh you are investing, 25,000 you are receiving for 5 years. And since you are doing this arrangement, you are actually making how much money on your 1 lakh? You are just making 7.9% return, which I think is not a very great scenario, because we have assumed that 10% you would have made it easily without, actually investing into this project. So that would have been a better option to go ahead with. So that is there. All right. Next up we have, yeah, Chirag, you can say that. All right. Next up we have is for machine B. So machine B, again, let's compute for IRR. So IRR is nothing but, the internal rate of return. You need to put across the values. Somebody, yes, just a second. To close the bracket. So that is 10.4%. So your IRR has come out to be 10.4% in the case of machine B. So machine B में आप 75,000 डाल रहे हो, 20,000 आप 5 बार receive कर रहे हो, and in this entire arrangement you are making 10.4% rate of return. All right, so that is pretty simple. That is pretty easy to understand. I'm hoping everybody has understood this. There's no. Yes, yes, Sonu, you're very right. किसी को, so somebody is asking if the discount rate is 5%, NPV would have been positive. Yes, very true. As you can see, मैंने यहाँ पे 5% change किया, automatically NPV is positive हो गए. Alright, so that would work out. Alright, ये चीज किसी को समझ में आ रही है तो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है. Alright, great. Somebody wants to see the formula of IRR again. So yes, I'll do that. देखो, Excel में the formulas are pretty simple. Once you simply press the formula, that is you write IRR, this they'll keep on asking you in the value section itself कि क्या चाहिए आपको. For example, मैं अगर यहाँ पे IRR लिखता हूँ तो मेरे को पूछ रहा है, देखो नीचे क्या वैल्यूज का IRR निकालना है, तो हमको ये वैल्यूज का IRR निकालना है. ऑलराइट, तो फिर पूछ रहा है गैस करना है आपको, कुछ नहीं गैस नहीं करना है, सीधा आंसर चाहिए हमको, तो आंसर आ गया. ऑलराइट. ऑलराइट. Anybody having any difficulties in calculating the IRR? Anybody facing any difficulty in calculating the IRR? The formula is open here, or they can refer to it. Yes, IRR takes into effect of compounding, Chirag. गेस इज बेसिकली सोनू, सो इन गेस आपको करना नहीं है, इज बेसिकली दे आर आस्किंग यू टू गेस कि आपको कुछ आईआरआर गेस करना है तो कर लो, इट्स नॉट यूजफुल, ऑलराइट, इट इज नॉट यूजफुल, so you did not put across. All right. Yes, all the rates that we are going to discuss, are going to be based on compounding only, and you did not, really look into simple interest, because that is something that, is only taught in books. In real life, you generally do not see simple interest. You always see compound interest. Shashwat, if you put the interest rate as 7.9%, तो आपका एनपीवी पॉजिटिव आ रहा है, क्योंकि एग्जैक्ट आईआरआर आपका कुछ और आया है, 7.930 ये आया। तो अब ये पुट करोगे अगर, तो आपका लगाया आंसर, वेट, 7.930,826% अगर आप डालोगे तो आपका आंसर 0 आएगा, ठीक है। दैट इज हाउ इट वर्क्स, ठीक है। डेसिमल प्लेसेस राउंड ऑफ होते हैं एक्सेल में, आप ओपन करना चाहो तो हमेशा you can do that by using these two cells, these two references rather. In the ribbon you can find these two functions, and you can use your Excel to see whether the how many decimal places are. All right. So a pretty small exercise here. Machine A has an NPV of 5230 negative. That means the present value is not enough to outweigh the cost of the machine. Yes. Machine B has an NPV of 815, which means that the present value is outweighing the outflow. So that is a good scenario that we are in. All right. So that is how it works out. Pretty much sorted here. All right. कुछ हमारा यहाँ पे बचता नहीं है. Now we'll talk about a very interesting concept of payback period. All right. Payback period बात करेंगे, फिर कल हम discounted payback period पे जाएंगे. But today we'll talk about payback period, and then tomorrow we'll talk about discounted payback period. Payback period is something that we'll understand today, and then we'll never touch upon it. All right. Payback period is not the right way of doing things in corporate finance. The right way of doing things is discounted payback period. So we'll do payback period, understand it, learn it, and then forget it. All right. I know it sounds very ironical, but what we need to do here is we need to understand payback period, learn it, understand it, and then forget it, because once we know payback period, that is when we'll know the discounted payback period. All right. So let's understand what payback period is, and then shift to discounted payback period. Maybe discounted payback period we'll do tomorrow. So that is a good bait for making sure that you guys come in tomorrow and be there in the session. So payback period is pretty simple. All right. ये एकदम बनिया बुद्धि वाला कॉन्सेप्ट है. All right. मैं आपको सीधा सीधा बोल रहा हूँ, कुछ मैथ नहीं लगाना है, कुछ कैलकुलेशन नहीं यूज करना है, कुछ भी नहीं करना है, सिर्फ कॉमन सेंस से आंसर देना है. आपने आज 10 लाख रुपए डाले, ऑलरेडी यू इन्वेस्टेड 10 लाख रुपीज टुडे, यू आर मेकिंग 5 लाख रुपीज इन ईयर 1 एंड ईयर 2. तो आपका 10 लाख रुपए कितने साल में फ्री हो रहा है? इन हाउ मेनी इयर्स इज योर 10 लाख रुपए गेटिंग फ्री? 1 year, 2 year. You invested 10 lakh today and you're receiving 5 and 5 at the end of year 1 and 2. So in how many years your 10 lakh is getting free? ठीक है, स्क्रीन पे मत देखो, माय क्वेश्चन इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम व्हाट इज देयर ऑन द स्क्रीन. सो यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग 10 लाख टुडे एंड यू आर रिसीविंग 5 and 5 एट द एंड ऑफ ईयर 1 एंड एट द एंड ऑफ ईयर 2. सो कितने साल में फ्री हो रहा है? अरे अरे स्क्रीन पे मत देखो. 10 लाख रुपीज यू इन्वेस्टेड टुडे, ऑलराइट, एंड यू आर रिसीविंग 5 and 5 टुमारो. ऑलराइट, ये आपने रिसीव किया, ये आउटफ्लो है, ये ईयर 1 का इनफ्लो है, ये ईयर 2 का इनफ्लो है. All right. So in how many years your 10 lakh is getting free? Now give me the right answer. Okay, it's 2 years. All right, it's 2 years. So this is what exactly payback periods are. This is what exactly payback periods are. ठीक है, लेकिन इसमें कॉन्सेप्ट मिस हो गया. ऑलराइट, इसमें कॉन्सेप्ट मिस हो गया. दैट इज ईयर 1 का जो इनफ्लो है उसमें हमने डिस्काउंट तो अप्लाई नहीं किया. ऑलराइट, ईयर 2 का जो इनफ्लो है उसमें भी डिस्काउंट अप्लाई नहीं किया. सो दैट इज समथिंग दैट विल बी डूइंग इन डिस्काउंटेड पेबैक पीरियड. बट राइट नाउ व्हाट विल डू इज विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस इन अ वेरी बेसिक वे. ऑलराइट, तो वही चीज यहाँ पे करेंगे. देखो इस मशीन में क्या हो रहा है. इस मशीन में, मशीन ए में, यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग 10 लाख एट द टाइम, एट टाइम पीरियड 0, and you're receiving 5 lakh at the end of year 1 and 4 lakh at the end of year 2 and 1 lakh at the end of year 3. So कितने साल में पैसा फ्री हो रहा है आपका इन दिस केस नाउ, जो आपकी स्क्रीन पे है? कितने साल में फ्री हो रहा है पैसा? अरे 5 कैसे लिख सकते हो? 3 years में हो रहा है. ठीक है, 3 years में पैसा फ्री हो रहा है. 10 लाख पैसा गया था, 5 आया पहले साल में तो 5 बचा, फिर 4 और आ गया दूसरे साल में तो कितना बचा? 1 लाख बचा, फिर 1 लाख और आ गया थर्ड ईयर में तो खत्म. तो वही चीज हमको सेल में भी रेफरेंस करना है कि वी नीड टू मेंशन द क्यूमुलेटिव कैश फ्लोस. तो फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में वी रिसीव्ड 5, सेकेंड ईयर के एंड में वी रिसीव्ड 4+5, ठीक है। थर्ड ईयर के एंड में क्यूमुलेटिव निकाल रहा हूँ, ठीक है, क्यूमुलेटिव आई एम होपिंग एवरीबॉडी रिमेंबर्स। तो क्यूमुलेटिव थर्ड ईयर के एंड तक कितना आ गया, 9+1, एंड लास्टली 10+1 11, एंड लास्टली 11+1 12। ऑलराइट, सो इतना आ रहा है। फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में बचा कितना आना, 10 में से 5 आ चुका है, 5 बचा। सेकेंड ईयर के एंड में कितना बचता आना, 10 में से 9 टोटल आ चुका है क्यूमुलेटिवली, तो एक ही बचा। एंड लास्टली थर्ड ईयर के एंड में 10 में से 10 आ गया, तो आपका कुछ भी नहीं बचा। तो इट टुक यू हाउ मेनी इयर्स, इट टुक यू 3 years, ठीक है, इट टुक यू 3 years टू गेट योर मनी बैक। प्रीटी सॉर्टेड। सब लोग ये शीट का रेफरेंस दे दो। क्वेश्चन 1 मैंने सिंपल रखा था ऑब्वियसली, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन 2 में थोड़ा सा वर्कआउट करना पड़ेगा चीजें, बट यस, मेक श्योर यू डू दिस, मेक श्योर यू डू द क्वेश्चन 1 पार्ट फर्स्ट, एंड देन विल मूव ऑन टू क्वेश्चन 2 एंड फिनिश ऑफ विद दिस पर्टिकुलर शीट। यस, all right, okay, let's do it for machine B now. All right, okay, Hemant has gotten the answer. All right, let's do it for machine B now. In the case of machine B, you are paying 10 lakh. पहले ईयर में कितना आ चुका है, 5 लाख आ चुका है। तो टोटल कितना आया अभी तक, क्यूमुलेटिवली 5 ही आया। ऑलराइट, सेकेंड ईयर में 4 और आ गया, तो क्यूमुलेटिवली कितना आया, नाउ आंसर मी वन बाय वन। क्यूमुलेटिवली कितना आया सेकेंड ईयर के एंड तक, 5 प्लस, क्यूमुलेटिवली कितना आया सेकेंड ईयर के एंड तक, 9 लाख। ऑलराइट, परफेक्ट, ठीक है, यू रिसीव्ड 9 लाख टिल द एंड ऑफ सेकेंड ईयर क्यूमुलेटिवली। ओके, थर्ड ईयर के एंड में कितना आया, 3 लाख और आ गया। तो थर्ड ईयर के एंड में क्यूमुलेटिवली कितना आ गया, 9+3 12 लाख आ गया। ऑलराइट, पर हमको 12 लाख चाहिए था, नहीं, वी डिड नॉट नीड 12 लाख रुपीज, वी नीडेड ओनली 10 लाख। तो सेकेंड ईयर खत्म होने के बाद और थर्ड ईयर खत्म होने के बाद के बीच में कहीं पे आया है, तो सेकेंड ईयर एंड और थर्ड ईयर एंड के बीच में कहीं पे आया है, मतलब 2 years सम मंथ्स होगा। ऑलराइट, 2 years सम मंथ्स होगा, फिगर आउट करते कितना अमाउंट ड्यू कितना है। पहले ईयर के एंड में वी हैव रिसीव्ड 5 लाख एंड वी वर सपोज टू रिसीव 10, तो 5 आ चुका है आपका, तो 10 - 5, 5 बचा। ऑलराइट, सेकेंड ईयर के एंड में टोटल हमारे पास 9 लाख आ चुका है, तो 10 - 9 1 बचा। ऑलराइट, now what is the last step that we need to do, we need to see कि हमारा टाइम कितना बच रहा है। 1 लाख रुपए बचा है, देखो 1 लाख रुपए बचा है, ठीक है, और हमको रिसीव कितना होना है, हमको रिसीव 3 लाख होना है, ठीक है, हमको रिसीव 3 लाख होना है। सो 1 लाख बचा है, 3 लाख रिसीव होना है, तो कितना आ रहा है हमको नेट नेट 1/3, तो 0.33 आ रहा है। तो 2 साल प्लस 0.33 ईयर्स, तो दैट वुड बी 2.33 ईयर्स। और 2.33 ईयर्स, अगर किसी को मंथ्स में जानना है तो 0.33 into 12, दैट इज 2 years and 4 months, 2 years and 4 months, that is it. Alright, 2 years and 4 months, so that is how you are supposed to do. ये मैंने क्या किया है यहाँ पे देख लो, 0.33 आया था, 0.33 पूरे साल का है, और 0.33 ईयर्स है, तो ईयर में कितने मंथ्स होते हैं, 12, so 0.33 into 12 4 months, you get the answer. Alright, so कौन सी मशीन बेटर है, मशीन ए या मशीन बी? According to discounted, according to not discounted payback period, just payback period, which machine is better? Machine B is better, goes without saying, because you're getting your money back, or in very layman terms, in very banya terms, you're getting your money back in 2.33 years, whatever amount XYZ amount that you are investing. And in the case of machine A, you're getting that amount in 3 years, or which is not a very great sign. So Mohit, you want to understand the 0.3 wala part? See, Mohit, second year के end तक amount due was only 1 lakh. Alright, I had received 9 lakh already. Alright, I had received 9 lakh already. I was supposed to receive 1 lakh more. Alright, 1 lakh more. क्यों? क्योंकि मेरा टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट 10 लाख का था, तो 1 लाख बचा है मेरा रिसीव करने का, विच आई एम नॉट रिसीव्ड इट येट। बट अगले साल कितना आने वाला है, 3 आने वाला है। सो पूरे साल में 3 आने वाला है, बट मुझे चाहिए एक ही। तो पूरे साल में अगर 3 लाख आने वाला है और मुझे चाहिए एक ही, तो पहले 4 महीने में आ जाएगा। ऑलराइट, इफ यू थिंक मुझे चाहिए 1 लाख ही, पर पूरे साल में 3 आने वाला है, तो 3 पूरे साल में आने वाला है, मुझे चाहिए 1 लाख ही। अगर तुमको पूरे साल में कोई बोले 3 लाख मिलने वाले हैं, तो 1 लाख कितने साल में, कितने महीने में मिल रहे होंगे, 4 महीने में। ऑलराइट, इफ यू थिंक इट लॉजिकली। ऑलराइट, ग्रेट। सौम्या, ज्योति, आई एम होपिंग यू हैव अंडरस्टूड इट टू विद मोहित। ऑलराइट, ग्रेट। So this is how your payback period works. All right. So this is how your payback period works. I'm hoping everybody must have understood it. All right. 0.33 का formula is pretty simple. 1 लाख मिलना बाकी है, 3 लाख अगले साल मिल रहा है. So divide those two, you'll get the answer. ठीक है, ये कर लोगे, उसके बाद you'll get the. अब 0.33 आया आपका, 0.33 आपके साल का है, 0.33 years है आपका. तो 0.33 years है, तो उसको months में convert करना हो तो क्या करना रहेगा? 0.33 into 12. All right, 0.33 into 12. I'll share this sheet with all of you on the same drive link, so you need not worry about that. All right, so आप लोग refer कर सकते हो बाद में, but this is how the basic payback period ideation works, and this is how it looks like. I'm hoping everybody of you must have understood it. All right, great. Okay, all right. So discounted payback period is something that we'll be understanding tomorrow. All right, and then we'll be moving on and applying, start applying these concepts in a real company. All right, ये तो हमने अभी machine ले ली, hypothetical numbers ले लिए. We'll start applying it in a real company, and then we'll have a live project on the same lines. So you need not worry about that. Now, what I want from all of you is, in case if valuations and everything is very intriguing to you, and you want to, make sure that you're pretty sure कि मुझे आज से ही पढ़ना शुरू करना है, आज से ही मुझे valuation समझना शुरू करना है. So you can always use the platform Upsurge.club, www.upsurge.club. So those who have not checked it, they must check it out. So we have a plethora of courses on that platform. All right, ranging from valuations to options trading, from basics of stock market to technical analysis to Excel for finance and all those topics. All right, so we have multiple topics there. So वहाँ पे Excel का भी topic है. So I figured out that few of you did not know how the dollar sign worked, or few of you did not know how to really carry forward things in Excel. So वहाँ पे जब वो जो issues आते हैं ना, तो Excel is generally, that is a very basic tool that everyone of us should know. All right. So that is why we have a dedicated course on Excel, where there are 32 lesson plans, and we make sure that right from the basic level to the advanced level you can take that up. So वो चीजें हमने उसमें रख रखी है. So what I would want you to do is check out the platform once, www.upsurge.club. I'll simply put it across. Arav, you also put it across from your end. All right. So that is the platform that you can check it out. And for you guys, especially since we had great participation, we had great enthusiasm. All right, we are issuing a coupon code as well. So that is Hansraj 20. All right. So you guys can avail 20% off on whatever we have on our platform. That is in terms of subscription, in terms of courses. So how the platform really works is, if you want to enroll for individual courses, you can do that. All right, and avail this discount on that as well. Or else what you can do is, you can there's another option of buying the entire subscription, where if you pay a subscription fee, you get access to all the courses that are there on the platform. So there are about 8 courses right now. We'll be adding 7 more by this month. So you'll be getting access to everything. This is something that you'll be getting in the subscription. So it is up to you what all things you need in your basket, and accordingly you can make a decision there. So I'm hoping you guys had a wonderful session today. Tomorrow what we'll do is, we'll understand discounted payback period, and at the very same time we'll understand how we will apply these concepts in a real life company. And as already mentioned to you, that we'll be having a real life case study on the 12th. So वो आपको आपके साथ share की जाएगी, and once we share that with you, you'll be working on things that we have studied in these 3 days. All right, तो वो चीज अपने साथ में करेंगे. So I'm hoping we all have understood and how things work around. So coupon code का हमने image भी भेज दिया है. So somebody from the team has already shared it across. So I'm hoping आप लोग download करके उसको रखो, and wherever you find whichever course you deem fit for yourself, you might as well check it out and try. All right, cool session is something that I've received it for the very first time. सब लोग अच्छा बोलते हैं, but cool session. Manan, thank you so much. All right, great. So let's meet tomorrow again. I think you guys also had a wonderful time. You guys can definitely reach out to Upsurge on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. All right, so we have presence everywhere, and there'll be somebody from the team making sure that you get a response from us, given that whatever query you have regarding the platform or the 3-day event that we're doing right now. All right, so thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. We had a great session. Recording of the session, I have not recorded the session, Shubhankar, but tomorrow's session I'll definitely record. Hemant, my LinkedIn, you'll find it. I think Arab will help you with that. Arab, they're asking for my LinkedIn. I think you can help them with that. All right. Okay, chalo. Bye guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I'll meet you tomorrow. I think tomorrow's session is going to be much more interesting because hypothetical से जब real life में जाते तो ज़्यादा better हो जाती चीजें. So we'll move to real life and then उसके 2 दिन बाद तो और interesting हो जाएगा because हम लोग case study आपसे करवाने वाले हैं. तो जो भी पढ़ा आपने आप apply कर पाओगे. Alright. So bye everyone. Have a great evening. Bye bye.